So here's the thing. I'd like to explain to you how this B'tachon boot camp works, why it works. And the idea is very simple. Trust, the ability to trust, is a normal human just emotion. It's a state. We're good at trust. We trust things all the time. Every time you get into a car, you trust the other cars in the road. Not because it makes sense. Trust is not intellectual. Trust is a skill that the subconscious mind has. You go into a plane, I'll tell you a joke about that. A guy's in a plane and he sees the guy next to him, his knuckles are white, and he's holding onto the seat and he's like, "Ugh!" And he's a seasoned traveler. He feels bad to the guy. He says, "Oh, it's okay. I fly all the time. These pilots know what they're doing. You can relax." He goes, "No, you don't understand. I'm a pilot." Okay, it's like, I know what's going on. You know, right? The point is, when we trust them, it's not because it makes sense. Just because if we have positive experience, builds trust. If a person has ever been in an accident, they have a hard time trusting. They have trauma. So what teaches us to trust is our positive experience. So it's very simple. Positive experience builds trust. It's not an intellectual decision. We tell ourselves, "Oh, it makes sense. These people have to pass the driving test. It's logical that, yeah, right, maybe it's a teenager behind the wheel. Maybe the guy's texting. Maybe they're drunk or all of the above, right? We just trust because we trust. So why don't we trust Hashem the same natural, easy way that we trust every other driver behind the wheel? The answer is, what's our experience with God? When we ask Hashem for stuff, does He always tell us yes? No. He doesn't always tell us yes. How many times you ask Hashem for stuff, and we know yes. Sometimes He always gives you an answer. Sometimes the answer is no. Very often the answer is no. I want more money. I want more stuff and more toys and games. How come I don't get them? Right? So that's the answer why we don't have an easy, natural way of trusting. That's a mistake, though, because really Hashem is telling us yes thousands of times a day. We just don't hear it, right? Because we all know we take stuff for granted all the time. So besides the fact it's not nice to take things for granted, that you're healthy and you have eyes and ears and you could walk and you could talk and all that stuff. So it's not nice to take it for granted. But besides for that, we are gypping ourselves out. The real tragedy is that we are not accessing or building the trust that we should. What if we actually asked Hashem for the ability to see? And what would we hear Him say?
Yes.
Hashem, that's right. Hashem, can I hear today?
Yes.
Yes. Hashem, can you let me walk and talk today?
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you. If we'd been saying Birchas HaShachar that way, Pekeach Ivrim, Mal B'Sharum, we are still Ivrim, but we ask Hashem to open our eyes and let us see, we'd be feeling that yes all the time, and then we would start building trust because we'd start hearing the yeses. So what B'tachon Boot Camp, what we're doing is not explaining stuff. That's for shiurim. We're actually doing these exercises. The first most important one is called hearing the yes. Listening to all the times Hashem is telling you yes, so you'll start to just trust Hashem loves you because He does, and He's doing stuff for you all the time, and you learn to trust Him as naturally as you trust everything else that we trust.